So, Andrew, how long ago did this happen?
Let's see, about 34 years ago. I was about 10.
Uh-huh. And how disturbing is it when you think about it now?
Probably 6 or 7, maybe 8. The more I think about it.
Kind of gets a little stronger when you think about it.
Yeah.
And, without sharing any details that you don't want to share, could you give me some idea of what sort of thing it was, an accident or a disturbing interaction with a parent or what sort of thing?
Yeah. I'm okay with sharing, but I'll just share a little brief. Just remember about 10 years old, like I said, my brother sexually taken advantage of me. And I remember him telling me that he wanted to teach me how to French kiss. And I remember that occurrence, that situation.
And was it a surprise?
This is a surprise. Yeah, it feels pretty surprising. Yeah.
So have you got a positive, engaging focus?
Yeah, I was thinking about a hike through the enchantments here that I did last year.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think that was pretty amazing. So that's the first one that came to mind.
All right, so let's tap and tell me about your hike through the enchantments. Where are the enchantments?
They're a couple hours from Seattle,
Uh-huh.
up in the Cascade Mountains.
Oh yeah. I was just there at Lake Chelan this summer
Oh yeah.
and hiking in there.
Oh, that's cool.
So where is it from there? Flash. Flash.
It is like I'm trying to think. I love that laughing part of this. My boyfriend drove and we went at like 4 a.m. So honestly, I can't remember if it's Highway 2 or Highway 90, honestly. But
So
probably an hour.
It's in the same mountains.
Yeah, same mountains. That's all I got.
Yeah. Flash. So you left at 4 a.m.
Yeah.
And where did you get, then you got to the trailhead when?
Well, we stayed in Lovingworth, so we got there at like 4:45. 45 minutes. Yeah, so it was like about a 40-minute drive from Lovingworth. Because the whole hike is like 21 miles and we had to do it in one day.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So it's a loop?
It's straight through. No, it's not a loop. We drove one car to the start and then one car to the end.
Flash. So were you going with some other guys?
No, just the two of us. We left the car the night before at the
Oh, I see. Flash.
Yeah.
All right. One long day then, huh?
Oh my god, it's too long. Kind of want to do it again, but it's so
Flash. Well, you could camp someplace in the middle.
You have to get a permit.
Oh, I see.
And it's a lottery system for that.
I see. Flash. Okay, let's take a break and just check in lightly to the memory and see if it seems different in any way.
Okay.
Oops.
First thing that came to mind was I seem bigger, like my presence in the memory seems bigger.
Yeah. So that's interesting. That's also a sign of processing, that it's as if you're literally beginning to see it like more of an adult and less as a powerless child. So anyway, let's go back to the hike.
So let me just suggest, Andrew, when you do the blinking, it looks like you're doing one or two, try to do 3 or 4. Just get a flutter in there.
Okay, I thought I was doing like 5, so that's good feedback.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
It might be the limitations of Zoom that we can't see all the movement.
So,
So
that,
3 to 5.
yeah,
Yeah.
mostly the kind of a flutter idea.
Okay.
So what are the features? So and how early did you start hiking?
So it's about 4:45 or 5.
Was it
Pretty early
So
in the
there was-
summer?
so there's some light?
Yeah.
Flash. And what do you remember as you review the hike in your mind?
Oh my God. Remember the huge mountain we climbed, but then like when we got to the top,
Uh-huh.
it was so beautiful. There's mountain goats up there and it was so beautiful.
Oh, mountain goats, huh?
Yeah.
Flash.
Yeah. It was just like untouched land, which is touched because people were hiking there, but it's just like it was so clean. The water was beautiful.
Flash.
It looked like, honestly, like I don't really like Disneyland very much, but it looked like a Disneyland ride. Like it was perfectly put together. It was amazing.
Yeah, Flash. It's so beautiful there. But Mickey Mouse didn't show up.
No, thank God. God, that would have scared the shit out of me. Oh man, that might be a traumatic memory now.
Flash. And so you guys were kind of booking it though to make the 21 miles in a day, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, we stopped for lunch.
Right.
But yeah, we didn't stop very much. We ran out of water, like apparently a lot of people do on that hike.
Uh-huh. Oh, you didn't have a water filter or something.
We brought a water filter, but we ran out of our water, so we had to stop at the river and get some water.
Yeah, Flash. And I guess the nice thing about it is you're like carrying 10, 15 pounds or something like that, or really light.
Yeah.
Flash. Yeah.
Yeah, that was needed toward that end.
Yeah. So are you a guy that does these kinds of athletic feats generally? Or you work out or
Not 21 miles, but 10 miles usually.
Flash.
Yeah.
And so you were up on this mountain,
Mhm.
and did you go by a beautiful lake or a river, or what else was up there?
Oh yeah, there's a lot of lakes and rivers and beautiful rock structures, and it's really sunny.
Flash.
Hmm.
I don't remember it being too hot, thankfully.
Wow. Did you get blisters on your feet?
A little bit.
Yeah, Flash.
Not too bad, thankfully.
Not too bad. That's a big increase in daily mileage, isn't it?
Yeah.
Flash.
Trying to remember what the elevation increase was.
Substantial, I imagine, if you climbed a peak.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
7,000 is what's coming to me for some reason.
That would be a lot of increase. Flash. Okay, let's take a break and check back in and just see if it seems different in any way now. The memory.
Yeah, kind of hard to bring it up. Yeah, well, it was like I had this visual of me like saying yuck and like brushing it off me, like energetically brushing it off me.
Okay, let's go back to the hike.
Okay.
And what are you seeing now as you recall the hike?
I was seeing the where we started going downhill.
Flash. You mean
yeah,
back towards the car, you mean, or just yeah.
Yeah, I mean there was a long It's a few miles. We could see the parking lot, but it like took forever.
Flash, yeah. Were your knees okay on that long downhill?
Yeah, my knees are pretty good.
Yeah. Wait till you get older. Those long downhills are tough on your knees when they start to wear out. Flash. But that's great.
I don't know I'll ever do 21 miles again. So that's
Right. But it's one of those things where it's kind of like when you're climbing a mountain or something like that, you think, oh, we're pretty close now, and then it just seems to recede.
yes.
And I guess it's that way with that long downhill where you can see the car, but it was quite a ways away, really. Flash. Plus, you're tired.
Yeah.
So, did you drive back home that night?
Yeah. So we got the car and we had to drive back up to the trail store for the
Right.
other car.
Flash.
And we stayed the night, I think, again in Leavenworth.
Flash. Nice. So that was a nice thing to do with your boyfriend, huh?
Oh my God, it's so amazing.
Flash. A joint ordeal.
Yes.
Flash. Like becoming foxhole buddies.
I was actually in the army, so that resonates.
Flash. Okay, let's take a break and check into the memory again. And does it seem different in any way now?
Yeah, when I bring it up, it's funny. I feel like my body's floating away from it. This memory I brought up because it came up in a workshop I just did last week, kind of a holotropic breath workshop.
Right.
And floating was part of this, so maybe that's why that's coming up. But I can definitely see myself like floating away from my brother.
And I assume that's a good experience. Floating away is good, not bad.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it feels like empowering.
And how disturbing is the memory now on the 0 to 10 scale?
Yeah, the first number that came up was 4.
And what makes it as much as a 4? Is there sensations or thoughts, or what is it?
Yeah, I have a little bit of sensation in my mouth
Uh-huh.
and like my lower gut, kind of genital area. Just like tightness and so those are the sensations, and just the thought of the situation just makes it disturbing still.
Yeah. So let's switch to bilateral stimulation. Let's see, can I get spotlighted so that you can have can you see me on your whole screen now? Or are we're sharing?
No, we're still sharing it.
You can just go to the top right corner of Lewis's little square, and there'll be 3 blue dots. And if you
pin them. Okay, I got it.
All right. Okay. So I'd like you just to focus on those sensations. And I'm going to move my magic wand here from one side to the other and off the screen, and just follow it. Imagine that you can see it off your screen, so you get a nice wide sweep with your eyes. Okay. That's right. Good. That's good. That's right. And what comes up for you now?
Well, I first was thinking about the hike.
Uh-huh.
It's been a while since I've done Flash. It's been a few years, so I don't know if that is normal. Yeah, so I first thought about the hike, and so like I'm trying to like pull up the memory.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I still like see myself older, in the memory, like older and setting boundaries and separation. Yeah.
So
What about the sensations in your mouth?
Still feel a little bit in my mouth, not as much in my lower stomach and general area, but still a little bit. A lot lighter in my mouth.
let's do it again.
Okay.
Yeah, that's good. That's right. Good. Right. Yeah, that's good. So it looked like some good feelings were coming up for you of some sort. You said a couple of smiles come up. What was going on there?
Yeah. It was like this tingling sensation in the mouth, and it was like just like releasing. And then I just had this voice come up to say it's okay to let go.
Uh-huh. Huh.
Really nice.
And when you check into the memory now, are the sensations different in any way? Or what do you notice?
Yeah, it's like right away my brother's name came up, like I saw his name. And again, just separation. Now it feels like my whole body is tingling, but not in an uncomfortable way.
Uh-huh.
Maybe it's just nervous because everyone's watching us.
But it's not uncomfortable, the tingling you're having now.
It's not uncomfortable, yeah.
So just notice the difference.
Okay.
What comes up for you now?
Well, honestly, I was thinking about my computer and how glad I have the iMac. That's a large iMac.
Yeah.
I could see your wand.
Right. So
So
you
I
know
think I'm just distracted.
no, I think when your mind starts wandering like that,
Mhm.
it's a really good sign that the memory doesn't have much juice. It doesn't hold your attention anymore. But check into the memory. And how disturbing is it now?
0 to 10.
Yeah. Well, it's funny, like the number 1 came up, and then I was like, maybe it's actually 0. And I think like there's part of me that says it should be a number 1 because at least 1, you know, and I've had clients with EMDR say this too, like it should be a 1 because it's so disturbing, so it can't like just go away. So I think part of me is fighting to make it a 1, but also part of me says it's actually a 0.
Mhm.
So you're
that's part of
saying it should be a 1 because it's a bad thing that happened.
Yeah,
And it shouldn't have happened.
yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know, that sounds like a 0 to me.
Yeah.
What's your
It'll
body?
never not be a bad thing that happened. We
Yeah.
wouldn't be trying to get that to change.
Right. And not, it not being upsetting doesn't mean that you have to change your evaluation of that wasn't, you know, good behavior by your brother or good supervision by your parents or whatever.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, to answer your question, my body feels really good. Still have like the tingling sensation that's really lovely through my body, especially my legs for some reason.
Yeah.
But my body feels good.
Yeah. Great. So what's the learning from this? Or
The learning.
Louis,
Oh,
I'm sorry, but it's the question whether we want to go on and do installation or take lunch because we're running a little late.
okay, so we could when we ask for the learning, we're really looking for what would be in EMDR terms the positive cognition, and we do a regular installation, and that would be a fine thing to do. I don't think it's necessary. It seems really solid to me, and we are late for lunch. So thank you very much for volunteering. It was a great demonstration, and
yeah, thank you so much. That was helpful.
yeah, okay.